Hey guys, just starting the process of 1200 grit because these headlights aren't that bad. I'm basically just trying to take my fresh old material off so I can get to the fresh plastics behind. Then I'll start refining material and whatnot that's in the headlight. This one here, as you can see, is pretty good. I mean, I probably could have done a bit more 2000 grit, but you know, it's clean enough. I'll probably go over with a compound, then a polish to really get it cleared up, and then I'll add a couple of coats of wax to help protect it from the sunlight. So yeah, as you can see, it's pretty well scuffed up. That's after about 5 minutes worth of work. Going this way first with the sandpaper, then up and down, and then side to side. Now the reason why I do that is because if you just go side to side like that, then you'll be able to see the sanding marks. But if you go up and down, that'll create like a crosshatch. You know, like a big plus symbol. Then to even add it even more, which is what I've done here, which you can't even tell that I've gone across over here, up and down here, because what I've done is I've actually gone over like that, and I'll be doing the same fit because I'm using 1200 to start off with because 800 is a bit aggressive. Probably take too much off. Well, it probably wouldn't rub right through. I mean, you probably could if you weren't careful enough. But yeah, I'm gonna hit it up next with the 1500 grit, which will smooth it out until I'm happy with the clarity, and then I'll hit it with the 2000. But I'll take you on the way. I'll bring you on this journey, and you'll be able to see the clarity come through as I'm doing it. Hope you enjoy. Okay guys, this is a quick update. I've gone over it with the 1500 grit wet and dry sandpaper, and the clarity is really starting to come through. You can see it quite clearly. Now, a lot of people go, oh yeah, this is done, because it does take a bit of work, it does take a fair bit of effort, and you've got to be consistent. Some couple of bits over there that I haven't worked on enough, and not quite to how I like it, which is, even in definition. But yeah, it just goes to show what a bit of aspiration does. I mean, Chris Fix does a pretty good video as well as Ammo in Sync over in California there. He does a pretty good video on how to do this, but this is one of my ways. I've this is probably taking me the longest. It's probably taken me about 20 minutes to get this far. It's probably going to take me another half an hour of rubbing with the 2000 grit sandpaper to bring up the final result. But isn't that just amazing how well it's clearing up? Absolutely brilliant. Anyways, I'll see you soon. And that's my cat Ash. Hello Ashy, what are you doing on my tools? Get off there. No, don't even think about it. Good girl. She's going to jump on the car. I don't want that because the many paw prints I have to clean off every morning. Anyways, I'll come back in a bit and show the final result. Okay, so I've just finished the 2000 grit, wet and dry, and the clarity of that is just amazing, just superb. Got good reflection, very good reflection, very nice and clean. And it's probably taken me about an hour and a half worth of work just to do this one. Now I know that seems like a very long time and a lot of time and effort on one, just the one light, but it is very much worth it. Whoops. I'm not a professional video person taker. I just do this as a hobby, and I like to try and share my knowledge with other people, and I find that this is probably the best way to do it. So yeah, so I started off with 1200 because the light wasn't too bad, and you saw how scuffed up it got with the 1200. If you're just tuning in now, go back to the start of the video and you'll see where I've come in and basically explained that I'm going to be doing 1200, 1500 grit and then 2000 grit sandpaper. Essentially, if you're curious to what those numbers mean with grits, the lower number, so say 800 being the absolute, maximum that I'd go for, roughness, it's essentially, oh jeez, now you got me thinking. So essentially 800 grit is the most aggressive that I'm comfortable with using. You can get lower, but it would take a lot of work to basically get it to how this is now. So I start off with the 1200 grit because it's aggressive, but not as aggressive as 800 grit. And it only had light scaling. If it had heavy scaling and yellowing of the plastic, then yeah, I would have got 800 to remove the bulk of that. Now, when you step up to the 1500 grit, that's sort of like your polishing grade. I believe painters use 1500 grit sandpaper when they're panel beating. I've done a bit of that myself too. I don't do it very often because it is hard work, and I've got a bit to do to this car. It's a bit dirty at the moment. I'll be getting it all cleaned. This is, if you're new to the channel and new to this video series, it's just basically cleaning up the headlights on my BA Falcon. It's a 2004 model. It's not an XR6, but it's got a legendary Barra motor in it. Very healthy, and it's a very, very good motor. A bit heavy on the fuel, but then again, it's a straight 6. And it's a 4 litre straight 6, so that's to be expected. I mean, it is getting pretty good fuel economy, like 550 k's per tank. Then this tank holds about 7 litres of petrol, and I like to use 98 because it's just a more refined fuel. And these run pretty good on 98. You can run them on 91, but I cringe at 91. It's crap, absolutely crap. But anyways, that's getting off topic. So my next video will be showing you guys the results after a compound, so using compound paste, which is even finer again. That's like a 6,000 to 8,000 grit sandpaper almost, but in liquid form. That really grinds down all those jagged edges inside the plastic and whatnot that you're trying to smooth out to get that nice clarity that you can see. And then after that, what I'll be doing is a polish, which then refines it even further to basically, it looks like there's no plastic there at all. But of course there is. Oh, I think that might be an overstatement. But yeah. Then after the polish is the wax, and that's what really makes it pop. But anyways, they are future videos. And it's probably around about 8 o'clock at night here in Australia. That's where I am. I'm in Brisbane, Australia, Queensland. And yeah, I'll upload another video soon. Thank you very much.